Hello selfies, how you all doing? I am doing well, my peace and blessings. Welcome back to the channel. Selfies, today I'm going to be talking about abortion. Now, if this topic is too sensitive for you, it's okay to not watch this video. Or if you think that you already have established your decision or your belief system on abortion and you feel like you're not going to gain anything from this video, you can go ahead and not watch this video as well. And the reason why I decided to talk about this topic is because of what's going on in the United States. So let's talk about what are my opinion or my belief system when it comes to abortion. These are my words, okay? And I'm responsible for my belief system. And I'm not here to change anybody's belief system. Please believe whatever you feel comfortable with. That's what a selfie does anyways, okay? However, I want you all to listen to me and hear from a different perspective. So for me, my job here is to enlighten you and to share as much as I believe to know. So let's start with the spiritual, because I'm a lot more comfortable in the spiritual realm of life. One thing that I personally believe in, and this is my belief system, is that life of itself, it's neither good nor bad. Life is just is, okay? The isness of life has no conclusion of what is good or what is not good, because what is good for one thing or to one person might be extremely bad for the next person. What is bad for one person might be completely okay for the next person. So it's very difficult to say that one thing is good over the other or one thing is bad over the other. So that concludes that life itself is just is. Okay, so in the spiritual realm of life, abortion of itself is just is. We do not have enough information. No one has enough information to go into another woman's life or head or mind to say, why are you doing what you're doing? Either it is right or wrong. You personally do not have the information to make that conclusion. So the isness of abortion is that at the moment of what things happen, when the child was conceived, you weren't there. You don't know under what circumstances these things happened, okay? And when a person decided that I do not want to carry on this pregnancy, again, there can be a lot of factors that can contribute to that person's decision. So be the Supreme Court, your doctor, your husband, your friend, you are not living in that person's mind. You do not know enough information to make decision for that person. So then the whole decision should remain with that person, the isness of that person's immediate needs. So if we look at it that way, in the spiritual sense, then there's no good, there's no bad, it's just is. And another aspect of this in the spiritual sense is that the woman who conceived this pregnancy has the God force in them, because God is the creator, the giver of life and the taker of life. God is the giver and the gift, okay? Everything in this world is created by God, including conception. When that sperm and the egg comes together, it is the God force in that woman that created itself. So when you think about abortion, it is basically the energy that created the living. It's the same energy that gave the woman the decision to carry the baby or the decision to end the pregnancy. So again, it is all back to source. Source has to wear a garment that look like us, okay? And it starts from the utero. And if the source, which is universal superconscious mind, which is also called God, knows that this is the limit that I can go, okay? That is 2 months, 3 months, 3 weeks, 5 days, however, but this is where I want to stop. It is going to stimulate a decision within herself, that is the woman, to terminate the pregnancy. And if the God force really wants to expand all the way to 9 months, and that has already been determined, and the God force knows that I'm going to live on this earth plane for another 30 years, it's going to stimulate an idea within that woman to keep that pregnancy for 9 months, and the person would live up to 30 years because that's what the God force decided to do. So at the end of the day, in the spiritual sense, abortion is not good, it's not bad. Now, when we come to specific religions, it is not in the Bible anywhere. I read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. It is not written anywhere where it says abortion is good or abortion is bad. In the Quran, where I read the Quran, at least in English, and I saw that abortion is permitted in Islam, actually. However, they gave us a cap saying that after a certain time, it is not permissible to end the pregnancy. However, until then, when a woman decided that they do not want to carry on this pregnancy, it is okay for them to terminate the pregnancy. So when you look at it that way, in the religious sense of things, abortion is not a bad thing or it's not a good thing. It just is, depending on the circumstance that surrounds the situation at the time of decision making. Now, when it comes to the mental aspect of things, imagine a woman who been through either a rape or a disease or was told something is not going to go well with the pregnancy. The mental pain that person has to endure, okay, to even decide to go on and have abortion, that alone, it's too much for a woman. And then, you know, you go on and you have this abortion, and at the end of the abortion, there's intense regret and pain and depression and feeling like, should I have done this? Should I have not done this? There's pain that comes with it. So when thinking that alone, we should respect each other, especially a woman's decision to do whatever they want to do with their bodies, and embrace each other. We should be compassionate to each other. We should be empathetic to each other. And we should look at people from where they at, not where we want to be. Because what can be all perfect for you, it's not perfect for the next person. So your decision does not have to be transferred to another person's life. That is infringing into other people's lives, and a lot of times it is not compassionate, it is not empathetic when you do that. There's a whole body of knowledge when it comes to empathy and compassion. It is just unfortunate that you do not know about somebody else's situation and you want to make decision for that person. And if we want to talk about hell and heaven, I personally believe that hell is within you and heaven is within you. It's not a realm where you will go and say, here, I'm entering into hell, or I'm entering into heaven. So if you are concerned about me going to hell, that is okay. What about you work on your heaven? Let me work on my hell. And if we believe that God is all forgiven, and God is the one who brought this idea into my mind, I am sure the same God will forgive me. So the whole hell and heaven and all that stuff, I think it's all ideas that we put onto each other. I think a woman should be able to make the decision as it is. Okay, that's my personal belief. Now, when it comes to physical and someone decided to have abortion, I encourage the person, okay, to make sure that you have a safe, evidence-based type of procedure that will be done onto you. And also when the, you know, psychological or emotional problems start to occur in your life, or you start to feel depressed, hopeless, or things like that, you can always talk to a counselor, a therapist. You can always talk to a trusted friend, a trusted family to help you through the process of your decisions. But at the end of the day, to me personally, is that a woman has a right. Every man, every person walking on this earth plane has the right to make decisions on their own, what they think is best for them at the time of the situation. Okay, and if you don't have enough information to make conclusion, just be a little bit more supportive, be a little bit more compassionate, and a little bit more empathetic. And another way, if we look at it because of population, or because of, you know, we want to fight the war of God, or we want to fight, you know, the policies of God or the procedures of God, you know, selfies, let me say something. God knows how many people he or she or it wants to release to the world at a certain time. And let's say in 20 years, he wants 5 billion people in a particular area. and one person decide to terminate the pregnancy, I kid you not, 5 other people will conceive that day, okay? And 5 other people will produce that baby, and that person or that baby will be born, okay? So the one person that you think is dead, it's multiplied by many other people. That is the power and the glory of God. So I don't think anybody should fight the battle of God, because he is the creator of all things and he's a knower of all things. So because he's a knower of all things and he's a creator of all things, I believe he knows what he's doing, okay? He knows what he's doing. Judging, predicting, torturing, and harassing people for their decision, I personally believe it's, you know, not necessary, okay? And for now, in the United States, the Roe v. Wade enactment in 1973, do I support it? I think they did the right thing to say that government should not be in a woman's body. Government should not be in a woman's mind. There's a whole world within the woman's body, so the woman can make the right decision for herself. I hope this video helps. I hope this video brings you peace, joy, happiness, and prosperity. Peace be upon you, and God Almighty's blessings.